Welcome everybody to 48 Talk, episode number 53. I am your host, Rage Body, as always. Joining me this time is DXTakamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and Haru again on the bottom right. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Oh boy. How's everybody doing? Anything on your mind? Anything you want to go at?
Just passed my first year for college, so I'm.
Congratulations!
Hey, that's good, man. Nice. Well, what are you gonna study?
Network and system engineering.
Whoa!
ICT,
Way
IT
too smart for me.
Way
IT
too
related.
smart. And where do you want to do it?
My internship I wish to do in Japan actually. So
Yes,
that's why I'm doing it.
yay!
Everybody's
excited.
moving to Japan.
Speaking of that, yes, and then my news is I'm going to Japan from like July 17th to August 7th, which means I'll be at the Tokyo Idol Festival, which means I'll get to see 16 Gen AKB, STU, SKE, and HKT, and NGT. I'm so pumped. And Sashi too.
So jealous. Alright, a lot of things
What about
happened. Me? Well, I still need to wait till September, then I'm going. You know,
I
just
know.
just getting the little money I need to save up for
Yes.
expensive Japan.
Yep.
And Haru will be there eventually.
Eventually.
Took me 10 years, so here's to
Hey,
that.
but I'm so happy for you, Robin.
Yeah,
that you're
same
going.
here, man.
Like, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, I chose WrestleMania over Japan, and that was a mistake, I think. Maybe? Not sure. Alright, let's go into the bits in here about the show.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
wants to start off?
I'll do it. NMB has released a new video,
Yes.
and
Oh
let's
my
just
God.
say, oh man, so many signs. I don't even know where to begin.
Alright, let's start with the basics first. What did you think of the song?
I really like the song actually. It's easy listening, so I can imagine just relaxing with the song. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Harry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's like really summery. I like that it actually like fits the mood. I like heard it, and at first I was kind of like, I don't know, but then I really got into it, and I'm like, whenever it's a swimsuit single in the summer, I'm like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
summer.
Yeah, it's definitely the
It's
summer
real.
single. Josh Box even said it as well. It's like, I only like the song and the music. I don't watch for the bikinis. Like forced saying he was doing for multiple music videos.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about the bikinis at
Yes,
all.
yeah.
Of course. I mean, put Shiroma Miru in a bikini any day, and life is good.
Yep.
But what I'm saying, musically, I thought it was cool. It was a return to form. It really was very natsukashi. You know, like it
Yeah.
was like I feel like I was watching an older MV of AKB.
Exactly.
Even the song had a bit of like, I don't say like horns, but more like a horn feel. Like it had like kind of the upbeatness. It actually though, to me, like song wise, I thought didn't have like a hook to it that really caught me. It didn't have anything special in the verse, but it was just nice. It was like they were trying to get back to old school AKB, and I appreciated that. But for me,
it's a summer single.
yeah, it's a summer single, exactly. But I wish it was a summer single I would remember. I'm not going to remember it probably in a year. So that's the unfortunate part. Except I will remember the MV
Yeah.
for what happens in it.
Oh,
that
man.
was... Whoa.
Who wants to take it away? Well, DX, go ahead. You were talking about
Yeah,
Video.
so they were searching for the mic from Daiga Igai, and they found it eventually. And the mic they found was a fake at the museum. But then suddenly Sayane appears, and she throws the mic again. And Derek, take it away. Who catches it?
Yeah, Miru catches it, and I got goosebumps when I saw
Yeah.
that because it was like, you know, Sayane's coming down, like what I think it was the steps where she's all like looking all badass and stuff, and she's got like the glow around her, and she isn't in the video pretty much up to this point, and then like she takes that mic, she just tosses it, and you're thinking, who's gonna catch it? Who's gonna catch it? For a second, I thought Rirapon was gonna jump up and be like, I got it, guys, too bad, but
with
that
her
was
engagement
the-
ring.
She'll throw it like a bouquet over her shoulder.
Yeah, just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna take a throw it as soon as she gets it. No, but Miru got it, just like we've all been saying. We've all been sort of I don't think it was any big secret. Although it would have been cool if somebody else had got it. That would have been a surprise. But it's very apocalyptic. It's very prophetic. Is this the end of the Sayane era? Is she finally saying to them all, I'm done? However, you know what it reminded me of the most? Kiboteki refrain.
Yeah.
Because it kind of reminded me of like a passing of the torch.
Exactly.
The
You
golden
know?
mic again.
Yep, we had a golden
Yeah.
ticket, yeah.
Exactly.
They used the golden
So-
mic in Kiboteki refrain as well.
So you have to wonder. Kiboteki refrain sort of like to me it felt like a graduation song in a way, like we're invoking all these past members and we're paying homage to the new members. Is Sayane just doing that symbolically here, or is she actually announcing her graduation without saying it, and then we're gonna get this announcement in a week or two? It just felt very apocalyptic to me.
Exactly. There's just so much buzz about it right now because the signs are there. So yeah.
Got goosebumps. So
Yeah, so yeah.
And who
Yeah.
predicted it?
this guy.
Yeah, this guy, yeah.
I told you guys. No, okay.
No, you did.
Well, Haru, do you want to comment first on the MV?
Well, I don't want Sayane to leave. For me, it's like I think of NMB and it is Sayane. It's like
Yep.
I don't know if anyone right now really has the ability to carry the group the way that she did.
Well,
I mean,
no.
I know that Midu is getting better, but it's like I don't know what's gonna happen.
No, I think NMB will be okay. They've been adjusting since NMB was in trouble. I called, I think, last year, and again, Shiroma Miru is ready, I would say, to carry on the group.
Yeah.
It will not be the same as old NMB, of course,
Of
but
course not.
the new NMB will take it over. It will be under a good flag, I would say. Shiroma Miru will be a good leader for NMB, a different leader, but a good leader nonetheless.
Yeah, she's already had the practice of being a good leader, I think, for NMB. I mean, she's definitely been sort of like the stand-in for Sayane while Sayane's off doing the solo thing. And I mean, I think that's, like, I think we're seeing that. Like you said, Rom, definitely a different NMB for sure. I mean, because you have Rirapon's exit, which was just devastating to them, I think. You have all these different personalities that are quirky in NMB, everyone from, like, Momoka to Fresh Lemon. You have different people that could certainly take over NMB and make it more of a variety style group, as opposed to, like, when I think of NMB, I think hard hitting dancing and Sayane. I honestly, Haru, like, I agree. I only see Sayane anymore. I swear. But now that she's not there, I wonder if we're going to see another girl rise from the ranks. You know, somebody we're not even thinking about, that's not on our radar for NMB, and she's going to take over. And I'm excited for that possibility when Sayane's absent, because, you know, when she's absent, it's going to be a fight for the Iron Throne there in NMB. I think we're saying Miru's going to get it, but I don't think the other girls are going to be, like, all right with that. I just don't. So,
Yeah. So
too many personalities.
So my take on the music video.
Yeah.
First of all, it's a continuation from the last music video, I
Yep.
believe. They showed the picture with horrible English newspaper and then gibberish.
Yeah.
The golden mic. Search for it again. They're gonna plan a heist while being on vacation, I think. It's funny to me that Momoka is in like this weird bathing suit and everybody is like in bikinis and still it's like, even if I'm Senbatsu, I will not be in a bikini. It's like, okay.
Nope.
Also, her bodysuit was like the male version. It's also funny as hell. Yeah, Sayane is in there. Like the last video, she's like separate. It's again Sayane featuring NMB48, and we talked about this with Mayu, or I talked about it with Mayu, that it's Mayu featuring AKB48, and that lead to graduation in the near future. I'm gonna say depends on the sales of this single. Sayane will make her decision then. If it's too low, like very low, like NGT low for a single sales, I think she'll do one more. And then her graduation single. If not, the next one will be her graduation single as well.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting you say that, because, like, if we think about the next overall big single that's going to be coming out, I would say it would be like the Senbatsu single will be coming out, and she's not part of that. So
No,
it's like there
behind
is
that
a
one.
silence.
That's the
Yeah,
AKB
I
one. I
mean-
mean the NMB one.
Oh,
No, I know that's what you're talking about. What I'm saying is, like, as far as where we can see Sayane coming up in future MVs and things like that, she's going to be absent in one of the biggest of the year. So it does kind of forebode, and it almost like creates a path for her to leave. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, she's doing her tour now. Will tour Asia, I believe.
Oh, that's
Starting
right.
from-
Yeah.
So she's busy. Other things in the MV. Speaking of Sayane, then One thing that I really liked is not even the bikinis. It's the eyeliner on
Oh
Sae.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
that's
that
awesome.
red eyeliner that it's like it's not too heavy and not too low, so it really stands out. I don't know, it's mesmerized on that side.
Yeah, same here.
Mm.
I know it's a
Like,
small
oh.
detail, but yeah, that does really got into me.
Pretty awesome.
The song itself, yeah, it's a summer single. It's like I'll put this on when I'm outside or just by a pool. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, the summer single type. Yeah, and I think later this week we'll see some coupling songs coming up. You know, the Team MMMB and
Yeah.
and maybe some other stuff. Maybe a Momoka single again.
Another
Let's
interesting,
hope.
another interesting point from the single is it's I think the first senbatsu for Jonishi Rei, Kei's little sisters.
That's pretty cool. It's not too big.
So-
Oh, really?
Pretty cool.
She was in it actually. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's the
Uh,
passing of the torch, literally. Like,
Yeah,
so that's
pretty
pretty
much.
awesome.
Yeah, that message was a little hard on the nose, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know still. I'm getting better with NMB. Again, thanks to Shiromiru and Shibuya Nagisa, of course.
Oh man.
And other than that, it's still like, some other members need to jump out, or taken seriously before I fully follow NMB again.
Yeah, there need to be another program like Gainin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it a million times. Without programs to support these girls, we just see girls and like a lot of girls dancing. We don't see their personalities. I mean, none of us get to go daily to theater shows, so it's not like you can even see their personalities there. And I mean, I guess you could watch like the daily videos that we see pop up here and there on like Facebook and stuff like the streams. But even then, it's hard to do. So. Without variety shows, we really don't see anything. That's why, like, I love AK Bingo because at least that's something, At least we get to see some stuff, and it's usually pretty good too.
Yep.
But NMB needs something. They definitely do. SKE's got a new show coming out, I think,
Yep.
which is pretty awesome.
Hopefully, the other one didn't go so well. Going
Yeah.
to the place. It was like a Orikake light, but it
Oh,
didn't
right,
feel
right.
interesting. So, Good Enough Subs did one recently with
Yeah,
the with the
SK Gakuen.
Yeah. I don't know. It wasn't like, oh, this is super interesting or super fun to follow. And the MCs, yeah, I don't like the MCs. They're like the rude type. No, the guy's a
Well,
little.
actually, I kind of like Niigata and Friends, the NGT, the program that
Mm.
is going.
Yeah, I need to catch up with those because I saw the compilation with Katumina and that's amazingly funny.
Yeah.
I got to see that actually. No, like I will say this about like the SKE thing that the Good Enough Subs just recently put out is I agree with you. It was like more interesting watching what the people were doing than it was watching the girls that were participating in that.
Yeah.
And that says something. Even though no offense to Now, because Now was really awesome and funny, but it was just kind of like worlds apart in terms of like they should have Cowlet on there, and instead she's sitting in the back and not participating and when they're watching, and it was just like, man, you're gonna take the variety queen herself and sideline her right there. There's something wrong with this show,
Well, she did something at the end, with Furata now.
Yeah,
Putting out
funny.
the,
Oh, yeah.
the head cap, and it's like, no, I don't want to
yeah.
show my bangs. Oh, it's not that horrible. And then she got really annoyed, so.
Yeah, that's
Besides
funny.
here. Anything else on NAB, or we're gonna move on to the next thing anyone wants to talk about?
Nah, I'm done.
Derek,
here.
do you want to take a shot?
About
Go ahead.
well, actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna throw it to Haru because
Oh, yeah.
she needs
It's
to talk
that time.
about
It's that time.
STU.
Yep.
Okay, so talk to us, Haru. What happened this week, and what are your thoughts on it? Take it away.
My girl Sakaki Miyu did not make it into Senbatsu. What are they
I know.
thinking?
Yeah, I
What
know.
are
What's
they
going
thinking?
on?
She has got herself an established fan base. She had 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. You don't want to utilize that in your debut singles? Like, what do you...
Okay.
But to backtrack, so their STU's Senbatsu list was officially released,
Yeah.
and it's for their single, and even Sashi was included, even though Sashi had reservations, and because she didn't want to take a member spot, which could have been Kuka's spot.
Exactly.
But your thoughts then? So.
Well, I think Takino Yumiko, I believe is her name. I liked her as center in their debut song. Like, the debut song wasn't anything special, but the MV was gorgeous. And like she kind of caught my eye in that, and I was like, oh, you know, she's pretty, you know, okay, I'll watch her. But it's just, I appreciate that Sashi had to take a moment to decide like if she needed to take a spot in the Senbatsu. But I think when it comes down to it, you know, whoever's investing in Boat 48 would probably want a big name attached to it, like Sashi, in order to keep investing. Because like, where's the boat? Anyone know where the boat's at? Did it sink? I don't know.
I think they're now building the restaurant currently.
Okay.
It's still being built. It takes a while. It's a big boat.
I mean, geez, it's not the Titanic, people. Like, what the heck?
You create the Titanic or something like that, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, how long does it take them to build a boat?
The group might sink like the Titanic if they continue at this rate. Like,
it's a
when are we gonna be able
boat, though, so they're gonna fix everything for room.
It's been like a year since ST was announced, almost. I mean, come on.
Something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It was announced, what, at Junkin, right? Am I right? Or no, or before?
Was it Takamina's graduation?
Or Takamina's grad? No.
No.
It wasn't Takamina's grad because they announced 3 other, like the
Taipei.
48, Taipei, which is just totally
How are
fake.
they doing?
Who? Taipei who? No.
When was Boat 48 announced?
Actually,
it
when
was
Taipei
Junkin.
48. I think it was Junkin. When Taipei 48 was announced, by the way, I'm just letting you know, I kind of figured out what they meant. They meant Mattia Ling was coming over. That's all. She is Taipei 48. I'm sorry, because it's just like, come on. Anyways, no, don't get me started on that because I'm still upset about that. But anyways, although Bangkok 48 looks like it's actually going to happen in February, and they've actually been going pretty steamrolling. I see so many posts on Facebook from them. They all look amazing. So we might actually have another Jakarta 48 on our hands here, which is awesome. And they just got done doing Aitakata, I think, the MBS.
Yeah, it's going to be Aitakata, Ogoe Diamond, and 365 Nichi.
You can't beat that. Ogoe Diamond is like one of my all-time favorite like old school songs, and just I'm curious to see who's gonna be in that. And what's nice is I wonder if we're gonna see Azarina like front and center with them, or if she's gonna be still somewhere in the back, even though it's Bangkok 48. So we'll see.
She will have the same role as Takajo Aki, I think. Just
good point.
Supporting.
More advisor, but as far as STU goes, Haru, here's the thing, you know, it seems like the rest of the world knows about like Kuka's awesomeness, and you know, it seems for whatever reason either she's not gelling well with members or management is not wanting to use that for some reason we don't know. But I also think, do you find that because of like STU's kind of, I don't want to say they're kind of lollies, but like they definitely remind me of like an HKT type group. Do you feel they're going more for that approach instead of like, oh, here's established YouTube star, like we should let it be more her thing? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at her and then you look at some of the other girls, she doesn't exactly fit the image that you see with all of them, and I noticed that straight off the bat. And it's just, I know that a lot of her fans from YouTube really wanted her to end up joining, what is it called? Hello Productions, with the Morning Musume and stuff and all that. Yeah. And then I heard rumors that like a lot of her YouTube fans were really upset that she ended up joining a 48 group, saying it was like beneath her or something. I don't know.
But that's what she wanted to do.
Yeah, her goal was to be an idol no matter what it took. And like she'd failed the auditions for Hello Productions like so many times, so I think she decided to try her hand at the 48 group. But it's like, no, she's not the best singer. Her best asset is her dancing, and like she's very entertaining to watch, but again, she just doesn't fit with the overall STU image I think they're going for.
Let me say this. So whenever in the history of AKS was it, you know what, let's take an established star and then build them from there. It was always, let's find some no-names and then let's them build them and become superstars. And that's always been the goal in AKS, in NGT, and maybe all the way history back to AKB48. We'll get to that topic later because Akimoto has not been sitting still apparently.
No, weirdly enough. But Robin, wait a minute though. I mean, like Sayane when she joined NMB was already established. She had like she was in a band and everything. I don't know if she was that big, but she was
Not that
she
big
was,
though.
Not
you
that
don't
big,
you don't
no.
think? Yeah, that's true. Compared to Kuka, you're right. But I would say like if you take her, you take like Oshima Yuko. Yuko was like a child star. You know,
Yeah.
she was a kid star. So, but I understand what you're saying. Like who was the biggest one in AKB? Achan.
It,
Yeah.
took-
She was
it
a
took
nobody.
me it took me 2 years to figure out the sign is actually in Everyday Katyusha.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
That's saying something though.
Mm.
No, but what do you think of the format from the STU Senbatsu?
Mm.
So it's
Mm.
different than the usual format. It is 16 members.
Mm.
It looks the same, but they changed the second row. They put someone from the second row in a third row next to the number 3 and 2 spot. So you have 2, 3, 4. So there's one in the middle.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Then the number 2 is directly behind the center, and then supported by 2 godlike beings.
Mm.
well, that explains why Sashi was number 4. I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Did you
mean-
watch the stream actually, Haru?
No, I was asleep.
Ah, okay.
So I was only able to watch it or like
Okay, so
check it all this morning.
people don't know. They did this announcement again on Showroom. Apparently, STU is really involved in Showroom, so they do their all announcements all there. I like the format. Hopefully, to do with everything. The girls came in, and it was very quiet, so they had to sit down. Okada Nana was really mom-like. She had like the big green pants and the big earrings, and they did the white shirt dress. She was like, okay, I know you want to be the captain, but don't be their mom. It's like,
Yeah.
again, they were sitting there, and the funny thing is, so they were quiet and no one came, so one of them broke and they started laughing. Then it got quiet down again. It was finally quiet, and think, okay, maybe the manager now comes in, and then all of a sudden just hear in the back like hiccup, like then they lost it again, so they have to wait again and they build up. Finally, the manager came with this annoying little stick, and every time he announced a member, he opened up the stick,
Yeah.
and he went like this number, and then click, and you hear that every time. It's like, okay. But he did announcements, and all the members gave a little speech on how they felt, and the way it was going, I didn't follow Kuka, you said, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't follow her before STU or any on YouTube shows. I never seen any on her YouTube things. So I'm out of the loop. I don't know who Kuka is, and so I don't have the same feeling like, oh no, she's not in it. The thing is though, when STU was doing auditions on Showroom, I noticed a few, and I see that they are in there, and I know why they are in there. And up until I think when it was Sashi and Okada, they announced them first. And the reason was Sashi was thinking about this, and I was thinking about this too. What would happen if you don't put Sashi in there? And it's more like, it's not only for sales, it's also for the STU members, to give them a load of pressure, you know? We have this powerhouse with us that protects us for the single, so it gets more successful and we can perform better. So that's why they gave up one spot for this, like, what's the vote again she got this year? 264,000 something,
Yeah,
something,
46,
something.
Yeah, 46,000.
It's a small sacrifice, and I love the speech Nachan had after that. It's like, don't see this as a failure, just see it as some things you have to work on. This is just the first debut single. This doesn't mean anything yet. Fans still have to decide who they like. The vote isn't even done yet, so we can't decide like, oh, STU is failing because they put Kuka in. Don't worry, there'll be coupling songs on the single because it's their official first single.
Yep.
So it'll definitely be on it. Everybody will be on it, so maybe the song's even better than the major song. What happened in NGT as well.
I don't think though. I know maybe I'm not trying to speak for Haru, but I think maybe you'll agree, Haru. Like I don't think STU's failing by any means because we don't even know what they're capable of yet, as you said. Like, the bill's not even built yet. But for me personally, and I'm sure you could say the same, Haru, like everything I've seen of Kuka, like all the what I was able to check out, what I just everything about her, it screams like this is a girl dedicated to the idol culture and profession. I mean, it almost makes me wish she would just go the indie route, because I'm like, now that I've been getting more into the indie world, I realize that you can thrive and be amazing there and have everything you want as an idol, and you don't even have to sing good. You just have to give something different to your fans. AKB48 as a group, much harder to stand out because you're competing with 300 plus girls, plus international groups. You have to really bring it. But that's the thing. She already had that. She already had something to bring. And for her to, I don't want to say be ignored by STU's management or whoever is doing all of the organization of STU at this point, it just seems odd. It just seems, why wouldn't you capitalize? Yes, I agree with you. Take the unknowns, make them knowns. But why also not capitalize on the hard work of a girl who was unknown and made herself known? Isn't that the same kind of thing we're going for? A girl who has the kind of energy to put herself out there. I mean, it's not easy to get 20,000+ people watching you on YouTube. I know, because look how many people we're trying to get.
Yeah. And I love each and every one of you.
Yes, and we love you all. But I'm saying she has amassed it. And it not only just for the marketing potential there, just for the sheer fact she did it. I don't know. I think that's one of the reasons she got picked, I hope. But I also think if I was in STU's camp, it's just, why not put her out there? You know, why not make her, you don't want to make her center, fine. Make her a double center. Let's have a Cyan Milky thing going on. You know, like, it's just odd.
Okay.
It's just...
One word, Derek, for the coupling songs, maybe.
Oh, that would be cool.
Solo.
If they gave her... Yeah, that would be cool. Then I would be, I think we'll all be happy. I would be cool with that.
Let's go again, by the way. Let's go into his little pastime, you know, history back.
Okay, go for it.
The last group was NGT, right?
Yeah.
First, who was the center in the first song?
Takakura Moaka.
Okaba,
okay,
Okaba.
And who is the ace right now of NGT?
Rikaime. Right now, Rikaime.
Okay, let's go further back. Before that, HKT, who was the first center?
Ashima wasn't she?
Okay, who's the ace of HKT?
Sakurai-san.
Okay. Now, NMB is a different story, because I believe Saine was the right-away center. That worked out. But the recent track record shows every time they have a new group, the first one they pick as center won't be the ace of the group. And a center, even though center is important, it's more important being an ace. And eventually she'll get there. If she had a following before, she'll get another following there. She has the character, she'll bloom eventually. It just takes a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I just got schooled, because Robin is amazing. And when you put it that way, you give me a lot of hope. Thank you. Even though SKE and NMB are sort of not in keeping with that, I totally agree with you. Even if we look at AKB, Takamina was like actually the first, and then she got ousted pretty fast for Achan, and then Achan took over for like 20 singles. But I would say that's a really, really fair point, Robin. And actually, I have so much hope for all these girls in STU, because I'm actually getting really into them, like, as a group themselves. I want to see them be another well-established group. If, you know, whatever their gimmick with the boat, whatever, I don't like that at all. But I do like the fact that they're another group. And look at Team 8, for example, the current roving group of AKB. There's so many great members in Team 8 now that I know. Unfortunately, it took me a few years to know them, but now I know them. STU, though, feels like, because Sashi's in it, Nana's in it, like, we already have so much momentum. Yeah. You know, Team 8 didn't have that.
They're doing very fast, yeah.
Yeah, Team 8 didn't have that.
Let me talk about the center, though. Takino Yumiko. So she was center in the last song.
Yep.
The thing is, the moment she was announced, I was like, okay, I want to hear her speech. And the way she talked, it's like, this is a woman who can handle being center, and that's what they need right now.
Yes.
Her speech was like, she even said it herself, and I was like, oh, there you go. She can handle the pressure of being center. And being center, you know, it not only says, oh, you have to do song, you have to do media, you have to do all these new things you've never been established to. She's being supported by Nachan and Sashi, of course, but she is actually the original member from STU, and she needs to be that, you know, she was on the Sousenkyo flag, I believe.
Yeah.
Representing. Yeah, so that's already a lot of pressure for someone new to the group. And I think her character shows that she can handle that, and that's what they need right now. I don't know if Kuka can handle that. Maybe not. Maybe, or she is maybe so much of a solo artist right now that she wouldn't represent the whole group. and I think
Good
she
point.
will represent the whole group.
I love it. Good point, Robin. And again, very much now I've been schooled. Haru, I think you should just shut up.
I know, I'm just
Yeah.
nice seeing
Okay.
y'all.
Nah,
Yep.
it's fine. It's fine. I need you guys. We'll see what happens then with STU. It comes out in August, I think.
November.
Somewhere around there.
November.
November.
Oh, that's a little later. Yeah, August comes something else. I believe that's then NMB and HKT, right? Or is
Well,
that
that's interesting. If
Yeah.
it's going to be November, that means we're going to have the Junkin before that. And I wonder if they're going
Yeah.
to do something like debut the single at the Junkin. That would be cool.
That would be
I
cool,
think they
actually.
will actually. Now you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they will.
Because you know now we're going to have all these STU members now in Junkin, which is going to be awesome.
Oh man,
Oh,
can't
God.
wait.
Junkin's going to be like 8 hours this
Yep.
year, I swear.
No. Sadly though, only original AKB members are automatically participating in Junken.
Oh yeah, they have to do a
Right.
qualification tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
Qualification.
There can only be 2, I believe, in every sister group.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
actually
there's,
have
the-
tournaments, like the
Yeah,
pre-tournaments.
yeah, preliminary. Every sister group has a preliminary tournament, and the only members that are exempt are the ones that are canon with AKB.
Okay.
So that's why, for example, Yabuki Nako doesn't have to do the preliminaries because
That's
she's
right.
canon with AKB.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right, because Tani lost and she wasn't even in it. Yeah, so
from
that's
from
right.
NJT it was Yamada Noe and who was it else? Someone else got in there. It's just 2 members without a Kenyan position. So we'll see which STU members get in. Maybe Kuko gets in. That would be funny.
That'll be her chance.
Yeah,
She'll
that'll
get
be
a
her
solo
chance.
solo debut.
Yeah.
Her costume would be like a big TV with like YouTube symbol on the corner.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Junkin's coming up. That's
Yeah.
the year's going
Next
so
big
fast.
one. I know,
Um,
right?
Yeah. So speaking of them, big news though. We've been wondering, AKP, is he still, involved in AKB? Does he does anything for that? Clearly not, because he has another new project doing.
Yep. Oh man.
And this, when I heard this, I'm like, okay. So this thing is called Last Idol,
Yeah.
and basically he has now a contract with TV Asahi, I think.
Asahi TV, I think.
Yeah, Asahi TV. So they're doing a show similar to American Idol or Idols or X Factor. Basically, it's going to be live auditions with all TV.
Mhm.
Anyone can participate. The funny thing is though, even if you are in a current idol group, underground, top, Sakamichi, AKB, you can still audition. Funniest thing though, the age limit is, I think, was 14 between 26. And
Yeah.
Ukraine is sadly 28, so she's not allowed to participate. This is interesting though. Do you think the AKB members will participate?
Maybe
Don't
the
you think
lesser known. Yeah, maybe the lesser known, I would say, but I don't know, man.
Here's the thing. I really don't like this. When I saw it, I thought it's like, okay, we're gonna do like America's, like American Idol, all that whole type thing. I mean, it might be good for the idol world in general, or it might not. I'm afraid it's gonna caricaturize it. Like, it's going to make it seem silly, comedic. I don't know if this is gonna really generate any big star this way. And then also too, if AKB members are gonna do that, and then what happens? Let's take that to its conclusion. What if you get an AKB member who's actually decent and they get on there and they win? Then what happens to them? They're gonna leave AKB? They're gonna stay in AKB? Then we lose another AKB member? I'm not cool with that. Like, I'm all about girls like in AKB like doing their own thing, obviously, but at the same time, it's just if there's like a really beloved member of AKB and they go on this and they win, there's the chance they may graduate AKB. I don't know if I'm okay with that. So
Well,
I'm just
I
thinking
don't
in
think
that
that will
those
happen.
terms.
Because
I
we
don't know.
had in the past, we had groups like Not Yet, Diva, the Mayu group, I don't forget the name, French Kiss, Takamina, what's again, No Sleeves. They all are a separate thing from AKB. They are AKB members, but their songs are from them, even though AKB still uses them in concerts sometimes. this is the same thing. This will be a 7 Senbatsu unit, and they will have their own CD that will be like the winner prize, and then they'll go on and venture on like their own units. But they still have other jobs as well because, well, like as they said, undergrad idols can do their part in that. Like amateur people with work, anything can do with that, or like a professional idol can be in that. So it's more. The thing is with American Idol or X Factor like that, it's so big and like a lot of millions and millions of people are watching those shows because they like to see the talent rise, and I think that's more important because the end all of the program isn't even the prize. I can remember when the first an idol show came here. The winner is like, well, okay. Most of the time it was like who got second or even 10th place. They were like talented. They're like, oh well, now you have a career. That's the whole thing. They're like putting it in, showcase them, give them some screen time, and eventually, maybe that's your big break. You don't even need to be in the finals to, get a career out of this.
Right. Okay. So, but I think international fans particularly have a very myopic view of this because they don't understand. Like in Japan, there's literally like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of idol groups, and I mean, like I'm going to the Tokyo Idol Festival. There's 180 something idol groups just in that, and that's not even all idol groups. That's some. And what I'm saying is like when you look at the fact that you can be in an idol group and you don't need to go through this whole huge audition, it's cool to get into something like this because of the national attention it could potentially bring. Also because it celebrates idol culture. I do see some pros in that regard, but I also think it's making a big deal out of something that happens every single day over in Japan. And also too, the thing that I'm concerned about, like if it's going to be like a Senbatsu, you're going to have your members and stuff. Is it going to be connected to AKB? If it's not, they're going to do their own thing. I mean, that's great and all, but then I also, when you think about groups that have done that, there's been groups there was a group, MTV used to have a show called America's Best Dance Crew, and one of the judges on there started a group because he went and saw AKB in Japan. He tried to start a group like that in America where he had a bunch of members and all these girls, and it seemed like it worked for a little bit. Well, guess what? They're gone in the wind now. Nobody cares about them. And that's my point. It's like every time projects like this happen, I don't know if they have a big succession where they succeed. And then the other thing that really bothers me is this Akipi trying to do the next AKB? Is he already over AKB? Because, he did on Yonko Club, he did, and then Morning Musume, I'd say their light, no pun intended here, is sort of faded. I would say, like, AKB is going strong, and they're expanding, they're doing good, but what's this now? Why not just focus on AKB? Hey, here's an idea. Why not focus on Taipei 48? Just saying, you have all these groups out there that are just not doing anything. Why not do something with them? Why put yourself in a place where you're going to deal with 7 members who could be professional? It's an interesting thought. I think that's why Akipi's doing it, because he likes interesting things. But I just think when we think about it overall, I don't know if it's going to succeed. And it also kind of gives me a little bit of tremors when I think, like, why aren't you just focusing on AKB? It bums me out, man. Yeah. But who knows? It might be good.
Do you think Akipi still has creative control, like big creative control in AKS? That's the question.
I think he still has a strong say because when he's writing the lyrics, he's imagining who's going to sing what part of the lyric. And, like, I think he has, like, a strong say in who he wants to join Senbatsu. I just don't think he has a strong say in what direction the group's going in anymore.
We saw that in the HKT documentary when they had the meeting of the new single. And he's like, can we put this one in the Senbatsu? And he got shut down immediately by the other.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, and he's coming of age. He's been doing this for a long, long time.
Long time.
And, AKB or AKS, like the whole group, it's established. It's fine. Even, his latest was Kei Kizaka, and look how they are doing. I'll get to them later in the show. I think he's right now, I don't have much time anymore. I still want to have these ideas that I want to create. And why not make something new? AKB or AKS is doing fine, even though people are saying, oh no, they're not doing so fine as well. No, they're established.
We hear that all the time.
He wants to do something that's what, like he did before. Like he wants to create, I wouldn't say another AKB, but he wants to create something new, like AKB. He wants to, inspire the world. Like, this has never been done before, and I'm going to succeed with this. And this is the idea. This has this ever been done before, like an idol show stage, and then showing the whole process. I think they tested the waters out with STU, with the showroom, like people watching and voting, like, oh, I'm gonna vote for you because you're nice, and like that. They had appeal time. We never saw the auditions for going to a group.
Yeah.
They tested it out with the showroom. It got fairly well over, I would say. And now they're going to do it like with a TV show, like nationwide. I think this is a pet project. If it succeeds, the end product is not even important right now. You just want to see if he can still create something just by thought.
I look at it like this. If I can compare it to like Game of Thrones and George Martin and his creative thing, why, like when George Martin wants to write a book that's outside of Game of Thrones, I don't think any of us really want to see that. We want to see him expand Game of Thrones' world. Nothing against George Martin. He's a creative person. He can do whatever he wants because he's creative. I understand the need to be creative, to put something new out there. But when you have something as rich, as treasured, as beautiful as something like AKB is, for example, why not expand it? Instead of going to yet another project. I mean, let's not even talk about like Sashi's whole the virtual idol thing that he was doing too, or whatever. It's just like why not focus on the 300 plus girls you have? I mean, didn't he say once he was really wanting to write a song for every single member? What happened to that? What, you want to be creative? You want to do something new? There you go. That'll keep you busy. I don't know, for at least 20 years.
Oh, he can't even get stages out. He ain't gonna write a song for everyone.
He can't even do a stage. Yeah, like let's go do this, but let's forget about the fact some of these groups haven't had stages in how many years? I mean, come on. It's just to me, it just yes, I get the idea of being creative, but I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea, and it has been done before, Robin. It's been done before all over the world, and I mean except the idol definitions are just vary according to different places. In Japan, yes, of course, it hasn't been done in a sense, but I would say it's done every day there again, because when you go to idol shows, particularly underground ones, and since this includes underground idols potentially, I'm going to say it, you are auditioning every day on those. Like, I can't tell you how many groups I've seen so far now, and I'm going to continue to see that are underground, that they're literally figuring out themselves on stage in front of you. That's an audition, and it doesn't have this big hoopla of being on a TV show, but it happens every day there. And there's so many idol groups. I think people are in Japan be like, big deal. It's another idol group. I mean, seriously, it's not, like you said, maybe the end product's not that important. It's the concept. But I just think if you're going to be creative, why not focus on this big world you've created as opposed to go into another world?
They want to see the controversy and drama that you don't see when you go to stages or theater shows. That you only see when it's getting filmed by a film crew and then put on, edited to this special music and lighting and Hollywood style. And then people are like, have you seen? Oh my god, what the hell happened? Oh, this is horrible. I gotta keep watching. And
oh god.
You don't think they're gonna do that for this though? If it's TV, come on, they're gonna edit the crap out of it.
Oh, it's gonna be so edited.
TV, yeah.
I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, if it takes off, once again, Aki Peak strikes gold. Congratulations to him, but it's still, to me, I don't say a betrayal because that's too strong of a word, but I would just say, like, come on, Aki, like come on, where is your mind, man? You get back to AKB. You got so many beautiful members there that need you.
I would say there's a lot of staff members that are capable of taking AKB over if AKB retires. So this, it's calling it last idol. Maybe there's some hidden message behind it.
Oh,
maybe this is his last run. He's like, I'm gonna take one more time creative control over this, and then I'm done. Then maybe I'll write some few songs, and once in a while I'll give them in. While I'll retire from indie entertainment business.
Well, but my thing is, if you're gonna create like a 7-member group. A, right there, you can't compare to AKB. B, it's nothing new. It's literally nothing new. If you look at the hundreds of idol groups, they're just going to be one of many. The thing is, it doesn't matter. They're going to have this big thing after they get out of the TV circuit, and they're just going to be another group. And that's the thing that bothers me about IKB. It doesn't seem that creative. The concept getting to the idol group is, it's cool, but it's already, like I said, it's done every day. And it's just, my question is, what's different about it? Really, what's different about it when you look at it's gonna end up in?
Showing us the journey. That's the thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's where the myopic view comes into play. When you look at like an underground group like Bish or I like even like Gang Parade and stuff, and you look at Whack. Whack is like an organization that does like a lot of those type of groups. They have 40, 50 something videos you can watch, 2 hours each, of every unedited clip you can imagine of them. Every single girl auditioning, staying at dorms, their life outside of it. It's been done already. It's been done on such a huge level, just not on a national TV level.
Yeah,
that's the
that's
difference.
really the only difference.
And that's
what
works.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I know your frustrations. We'll see what happens.
it's frustrating.
Well, if I could just say, I think another drawing point for this might be the Idol's contracts allowing the fact that this has the opportunity to be the all-star Idol unit. Like, you could have like some well-known idols all together in one unit, but they might be in completely different groups and you never would have seen them together.
Good point.
But that's
Yeah. I don't know.
it.
Anything else to add? No?
Yes, we said, I would say.
All right. Any other topics?
I don't know how much time we have.
About 15 minutes. I still have one more thing, and then I'll mention it definitely. So I watched the MV of Keizaka's 46 Eccentric, and I'm gonna shout out thanks to Depressing Subs on YouTube. They subbed it quite fast, and I gotta say the lyrics are speaking to me on so many levels. I am a what you call an extrovert introvert, and when I read the lyrics or just listen to the lyrics of the song, it really speaks to me on that level. I think the lyrics alone would qualify for like one of the best songs of the year.
Wow.
The music video itself, you can definitely tell it's a coupling song, and they made it the MV for the album that's coming up. The song itself, yeah, it's again, it feels like a coupling song. The rapping in there, even though it's not the worst rapping, in my opinion, some people didn't like it, Gino ZX. The song itself, I play it, daily now, and it just, I like it. It also showcased, even though Hirate is again the center of this song, I believe Neru is also somewhat centering it. It speaks some more on her level.
Shadow center, I would say, yeah. Shadow center. Yeah.
But I like it. It's eccentric, being weird and not being like what everything saying in society and like that. So it's very deep, and I like that the trend of Keizaka's songs is still the reality of a teenage girl, I would say. Not even teenage girl, like teenage people, or just how to live in society. They started with the Silent Majority, and now they're going in Eccentric. Can't wait for the next songs.
Speaking to your inner teenage girl there, huh, Robin? That's awesome.
Exactly. Deep inside.
I would say I can't separate the choreography of their dancing for that from the song. So listening to it outside of that is sort of odd for me. It's kind of the same how I felt about their fourth single. When I first heard the song, I was like pretty impressed, but it was the dancing that instantly kind of hooked me. With the bird movements were just amazing. But now it's like the same with Eccentric. It's almost their dancing is. It's the coolest thing. It's the craziest thing ever. I don't know how you hear the song, you can't yearn to see that. Yeah. So that's why right now I'm not quite there. But yeah, if I had a shoe, I'd be throwing it.
I don't have a
the
shoe right now.
Where's my shoe?
Haru, what did you think about it?
It's kind of like, it hit a lot of things that, I don't really know how to describe it. Like, I was reading over the lyrics and I was like, it's so real. It kind of gave me like Kai Betsu Shita Aijo. What is that? What it was? Early AKB song about bullying. For some reason, it gave me vibes from that, and I was just like, I just like that Kea isn't afraid to like talk about darker things and be darker with their videos. You know what I mean?
Well, as a female though, as a girl who was a young teenager at one point, do you and still sorry, do you identify? Do you relate? I mean, do you see anything there that you can relate from a female perspective?
Yeah, because I think we'll deny it, and like girls will we have each other's backs some of the times, but a lot of the times it's a lot of backstabbing, and it's like there will be someone like behind you spreading gossip saying, oh, she did this, but you didn't, or like, oh, she's like this kind of person, she's rude, she something. No, I just have resting female dog face, okay? I'm not mean.
So that's what you got from that. That's interesting. So.
What do you think
I like
about
it.
the certain shots in the MV? Like the Risa and Rika standing at the crossroads of a railroad.
Oh
And-
man, what the
And
hell?
just,
man?
Risa just saying like this, you wanna go? What up?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm weird, so are you. What up? I just love that part. Yeah, I think this is one of, just the lyrics really hit me on this side. And I now hope I never hear a pop song version of Keiekizaka. Like, the very cutesy idol. That would turn off so many fans, I would say.
Nah, let them be dark. I like it.
Yeah.
The darkness is good.
Awesome.
It works for them, man.
Yep.
And when you have the dark idol herself leading them, it's just, you can't beat it. She survived a flare bomb. I mean, that says everything right there. She's amazing.
Still smiling,
That's
she's
a-
still crazy.
Still smiling, yeah. Not to shed light on something or to be joking about something like that, but honestly, like I look at Kea like as the future. I don't know. They are. They're here now,
Right,
actually.
yeah.
Oh, there was a
Yeah.
funny comparison where they recently started doing showrooms, and only once a day, one member or maybe two will do a showroom, or they announce it late.
Yeah.
And they compared it to like, Yuka was streaming the number 5 in the Sousenkyo, and she
Yeah.
had like 17,000 viewers. Like, oh, that's pretty good, very nice. And then I believe Oda Nana was doing her
Oh
showroom.
man, yeah.
55,000. It's like,
Yeah.
Exactly. What?
and what are they doing? Like, I think yesterday's stream was with what was her name? Is it Nakamura? It's the quiet one. I think it's Nakamura. She was with someone else, and they were playing with a bag, like a plastic bag. Like, oh, look at this. 55,000 people were watching a girl playing with a plastic bag, and I love
Yeah.
it. It's
Yeah.
that's the power of showroom. I'm still, if Tetsuya does a showroom, it will
Oh god.
Oh
instantly
god.
explode.
They're
Yeah.
gonna break showroom like Shirashi
Again,
Mai
yeah,
did.
Shirashi Mai, yeah.
It's gonna be another mile over. Showroom is just gonna go done.
Yeah, just like,
It's
oh,
gonna-
it crashes
God.
Sucked
because
into like a black hole of nothing evilness, and then you're just gonna see Tetsuya rise up. And
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know. I picture Tetsuya as like the perfect person to put on a death metal T-shirt because she
Yeah.
just has that vibe to me. Like she should be in a hardcore metal band or something because she has that look on her face all the time. Like she wants to take a mic and throw it at you. But yet she's like this like nice, humble, quiet, introverted girl. But when she's on stage, she's so fierce that it's like, oh my god, you're amazing. Like you. How do you do it? Like I don't know. I love it. Kea's really got themselves some interesting girls. Like I'm excited to see what they do.
Yeah.
Eccentric's definitely a tribute to them. I would say all of them because they are eccentric. All of them.
we'll see it next week, I believe. Then Kea Bingo's coming back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm so
Yeah.
pumped. I'm so
Kanji
pumped.
versus Hiragana Keiya. I'm so.
There
pumped
are a lot
for
of good
it.
Hiragana members that we
Yeah,
haven't
that's
even seen.
the reason. That's the reason why I'm so excited. I want to see it, man.
We'll get early into recommendations. So again, depressing subs on YouTube. They've done now like a comparison video from when like Watanabe Rika started and where she is
Yeah.
now, and with Shida Manaka, where like she
Oh.
was very quiet at first, and then
Yeah,
suddenly
my Oshi.
suddenly episode 66 happened, and they were like, she just popped like this insane,
Yeah.
exciting, always laughing, happy. You go like, it's fun to see how they grew up. So that's a pretty good watch on that.
Everything will be linked in the description, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a few minutes left. I'm gonna give the shout out. So
Yeah, go
a few
for
days ago, Derek linked me to a text from a comment. It's from YouTube as well.
it. It's from
Yes,
YouTube, yeah.
it's YouTube. It's
A
YouTube.
YouTube comment.
Yeah, so it goes by the name of Harry. I can't pronounce his last name. Basically, what he gave a long comment, and he thanks for shows like it. He would like to see a show, maybe an entire show, half a show, about talking about not new AKB, but past AKB, like graduate members, and then specific graduated members, and what you liked about them. You know, what made you fall in love with them before they left the group. And well, for me personally, the biggest problem is I watched since 2014, so past AKB. I did watch like a lot of AK bingos and stuff like that, but the whole journey it's not still complete for me. But I can talk about certain members. The thing is, this is a topic so big. I'm gonna say it now. It always depends on what happens during the next week. But next episode we'll take his idea. We're gonna use it. We're gonna talk about graduate members, but specific members. What you liked about them. Make a list. I don't know. I would say name 5 graduate members that, in your opinion, were great, or just and give a little story about them, and just put it in the comments. And we'll see what we do. We'll talk about it next week. We will share our own list, I believe.
Oh man, guess I got to do some research then.
I want to say that we're still small, and we don't we love our fans, and we definitely love everybody that comments, and we like to have people on that comment like Haru, because Haru is amazing and always gives us these massive comments. So it's just
by the way, Haru, you're now a moderator on my channel as well. So
yay! But the thing is it just want to say that when we have suggestions like this, it's really exciting to see this. We were all really very happy about this all week, and thank you for giving that comment. And also to everyone else out there that comments every week, we love you too. Also feel free to give your suggestions and stuff, because it's always good to hear. It's always good to know what you guys want us to talk about. We tend to talk about whatever we want, though. I know, like, some people are like, why didn't you talk about this, talk about this? Well, we just talk about whatever. Like, we don't, there's no pressure for us to talk about, like, even like this comment, like what you just said, Rob, like before we started this, you were like, well, if we have time. I like that. I like that we just talk. We don't feel like we have to be the news center of plays, because there's people like Josh that do it like wonderful in 10 minutes. I don't know how he does it, but he does it great.
Exactly.
And Paul at AKBD. I mean, if you need to read it, Paul has been really good lately about putting up, like, massive news. So for us, it's more like we just want to talk about whatever moves us. Like the MV for NMB this time moved us.
Yeah.
STU's whole interesting Senbatsu moved us. Aki's interesting foray into yet another creative exploration moved us. But when we do get comments like this, I know I can speak, I think, for Rob, for DX, Gino, Yayo, Haru. I think we're all extremely appreciative. And thank you. And of course, I can't wait to talk about this, because there's so many. Well, I'm going to have my list, but there's certain members that really mean the world to me that have graduated that broke my heart when they left. But I have definitely good stories about that. I know we all do. But it's gonna be good, and I'm glad we didn't try to squeeze this in this episode. So very cool, Robin.
We're gonna do this next week. I have to watch like a lot of old shows.
Me too.
If they're still somewhere online, I'll probably find them.
Gotta do some research.
It's research time, man. It's summer break anyway, so.
Yeah. Oh darn, research! I gotta study. Oh no.
But I would say, so I don't know about next week, Haru, but would you like to mention maybe 1 or 2 of graduated members?
I would. So my all-time Oshi, even above Tano, I would say, was Akimoto Sayaka. And even to this day, I follow her on Twitter. Every time I see she's getting like some kind of TV show, I'm like, yeah! Like when she was on Ultimate Beastmaster, I almost cried, because I'm going to be able to see her. Granted, it was like 5 seconds an episode, but I saw her. She was there.
She's doing a lot of voice overs for Japanese-style movies. She's Wonder Woman, I believe.
Yeah, and she was in Guardians of the Galaxy. She did voiceover for that, too.
Yeah. So. Well, but she was like lying on the couch with a Wonder Woman helmet and just drinking stuff.
Wow.
She's still crazy. She's doing a project again with Shinoda Mariko. So yeah, I still follow Akimoto Sayaka. She's the reason I got into AKB, actually.
Yeah.
Just that one video of AK Bingo compilation. It's just this tough idol who can lift more than the usual guys. Fit for a thing, has like abs that can cut cheese on them.
She has a mean gorilla impression too.
Yes. Yes.
I like her serious side. That's I think the whole reason I liked her. It's more, she had this whole captain vibe,
Yeah.
more for AKB48 than being the center. She never was the
Yeah.
center, but she was like the ace of the group.
Yeah.
But she even got her own song. So I mean, that's pretty
Exactly, yeah.
amazing. when you're that beloved, you get your own song. That says a lot. So who else did you like, Haru? Because you said you had a few.
Well, was she still there? But I was like really into Mayuyu back in the day because I thought her like cyborg character was cool. But she's still there. She doesn't count. Let's see.
I think that's the thing with Mayu for me, because I started in 2014. I liked the Mayu that was number 1 in Sousenkyo before the cyborg idol. Cyborg idol was,
right.
the young girl, a little bit, the pretty one that was also a bit annoying, I would say. A little bit
Yeah.
teasing and I don't know. I like the badass Mayu more.
Yeah, that's the character after the cyborg idol period, I would say. Yeah.
Let's see. Of course, you can't talk about graduated members without Masuda Yuka, of course.
Yep.
Best singer. Her singing was literally what attracted her to me. Right away I heard her and I was like, locked in.
Yeah, she's still active, right?
I think she still sings, yeah. So.
Oh, okay. What's the name again? Matsuda Yuko?
Yeah, Yuka Matsuda.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. She's on my list of best singers. She's I think like number 2 or 3 on my list or something of top 10 singers, because she had a voice that was unreal, and it really was terrible. When that scandal broke and she had to leave, it was that broke Yuko Oshima's heart. I mean, but now she's doing great though. She just put out her single and it went well, and she looks gorgeous as ever. She made a name for us. She's a rare talent. She actually had a voice. Like every time her and Wassman, fought off in the AKB singing contest, everybody was like, Masuda's gonna win, because she could have. If Wassman wouldn't have been there, she would have won easily. So.
Yeah.
Well, they had Discovery. That was in 2014. It's pretty fun to see.
Yeah.
There are a lot of members. I can really, like I said, that's what we're going to do next time. I think I'm going to talk about Oshima and Mai. I think that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, Mai. Yeah.
Mai.
She was a rising star, and then she decided to leave. Big mistake, though.
Big mistake.
Say Mai, because she's a little bigger now.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a mean way. She got a little plumpier.
Is she?
Well, she was there for a while. Yeah, I don't know. She kind of lost it.
In the anniversary stage, she looked very fit.
Yeah, she looked fine. Yeah, she looked okay.
And she does a show with Bananaman, I believe.
But there was,
with SKE.
Yeah, she had a little period there where she kind of let herself go.
How old is she now? Oh, she's 30. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's becoming 30 this year.
Crazy.
Right? Yeah. It's insane, and she still does stuff. But yeah. They have a lot of stories, and we can actually talk about them for a long while. We've passed the hour mark. I would say we did a little bit of recommendations. Let's go again to the group. Recommendation for next week.
Take it away.
I'll go then. All right. So if anybody hasn't done so yet, again, go read my blog. I just put up last week on my trip to Japan, my recent trip. A lot of stuff in there about everything from HKT handshakes to a lot of underground indie idols interactions. AKB visiting the theater. It's massive. So go read it. It'll be a good
pictures too.
Yes, I had like I think I have 60 pictures on this one. Like it was a lot of pictures, a lot of videos I found of the shows I was actually at. In some cases, you can actually see me in the videos. Go read that, please. And also, I would say, it's an AK Bingo. That's did anyone see the preview for the new AK Bingo? What was it? No, never mind. I wanted to say that looked like it was going to be interesting, but maybe I'm thinking of something else.
What was it again? Damn it.
Yeah. It's just escaped me. Well, if I'm forgetting, must not be that great.
I don't blank. No, I don't blank.
Give me a moment. Keep talking. I'll find out.
I would say also check out Good Enough Subs. He did put up, or he or she or they put up the SKE, that
Oh yeah, the SK Gakuen, yeah.
yeah, like so I mean, if you're interested, check it out. Furo Hatanao is really great, and Kaotan's funny in it, but overall, it's not like the best thing. But check it out anyway. See what you think. Let us know your thoughts. Haru? DX? Haru?
Well, I've been trying to upload a HaruJuu-Ku episode all day. It's been giving me trouble, but that should be up soon.
Are you done? Are you done with your
Well,
episode?
We've been having trouble exporting the fancy ones. We're putting up like a basic one for now until we can get that one to work. But YouTube won't let me upload it. So I've been trying all day.
Probably because of the music, or?
No, this one is just completely basic. It's just like,
Oh, wow.
It's been on there for 10 hours now, and it's only at 75% uploaded.
So weird. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. It
I
take
don't
that
know.
long.
I don't know.
Let's see.
A new Haru episode will be very much welcome. It's been a while, so I can't wait to hear you and your friend go off. Because when you guys go off, it's hysterical. There's at least one or two things I take away from it every time, and I just laugh so much because it's like you guys really go off. So that's good. What about you, DX?
I'm working on some nice Sousenkyo gameplay right now, and I hope to upload it in the upcoming week. So that's something I'm working on, and I don't have much projects at the moment actually. So
I would say to all the people that may watch us, I mean, think about your members, your graduate members. Put it in the comment sections and stuff. That'd be cool homework for this week and cool things to like check out because it is a really cool idea. There's so many members in AKB that have left that. I mean, they really made AKB what it is today. You know, AKB would not be what it is, honestly. And this is the most truest thing you ever hear about AKB. If it wasn't for, like, the golden era of AKB and for all the hard work those girls did. But maybe there's some girl that wasn't, like, this big member that you missed, that maybe had her own little carved out place in the AKB universe, you know? There's girls like that. Like, I could think of one, what's her name? Shawako from SKE, you know? She carved out her own little niche doing, you know, the whole voice thing, you know, and then she became a seiyuu. But for, like, that brief moment in time, thanks to, like, AK Bingo and a few other shows where she was illustrated to do her changing of her voice from her, you know, her whole demure, hi, and then she does the Takurozaka voice. It's, but she's a beloved member that didn't exactly have this massive, huge impact on, I think, AKB's history, but she was still loved, you know. And it's funny you said Sayaka because, like, Akimoto, like she was so beloved that I think, like, when you watch, like, her graduation concert at the Dome and stuff, and you see the behind the scenes, especially, there's that really one poignant scene with Yuko sitting next to her, and just tears streaming down her face. And you think, oh, they're idols, they cry. It's like breathing air for an idol.
She was always the dependable captain, you know.
Right, and
everyone was depending on her, and she was like a rock, and yeah.
To see that's still like one of the most heartbreaking, saddest moments, but sad in a good way because it was like she loved her friends so much, and Sayaka was beloved that everybody was like, "We can't believe we're losing you. You're like the unsung funny girl that just we can always count on for a laugh." And the best part, she was a hafu. I love that she was not full Japanese, and she still had so much love in it. It was like that meant I don't know. That was just cool to me.
I found the AK Bingo next episode, so that's why I was thinking about it. Next week they're gonna, I think, cover photo books or like covers they've modeled, and they're gonna like criticize it. So there was like a picture of Yukarine and they were laughing, a picture of Miyun and something. So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a good episode. Who knows? Not that special, I would say. So yeah, on recommendations, I would say Kaya Bingo will be next week, I believe.
No. Kaya Bingo is on the 18th of July.
That's long.
So not next week, but the week after.
A little on the Nogizaka side, you can watch the 4th year anniversary concert.
Oh yeah.
That's still on my list to watch.
Same here.
No, it's quite weak. So that's why next week will be perfect. You know, go watch some old episodes. Go watch.
There you go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Go watch the older idols. Go watch old AKB48. You know, when they started, documentaries. Go watch No Flower Without Rain. Go watch all those documentaries. Have some good cry before commenting for next week.
Yes. Good point.
There you go. As usual, you know, you can follow us on Twitter. Derek was going to get comments that. Haru's episodes coming up. Hopefully, we'll have something to talk about it next week.
Exactly.
And you know, I always put this on there, but nobody emails me sadly. Podcast48talk@gmail.com. You know, as Derek gave us, like, when Harry sent his message, you can send those messages also to the email. I'll read them, and who knows, maybe your topic will be on the next episode, and we can talk about it. This is like a community thing still, and we talk about things we want to like to talk about. So send an email. Yeah, with that, anything else before we wrap things up?
Thank you, everyone who watches. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Haru, you're in the Yeho spot, so I think you need to yell before we end this episode.
Give us a shout out.
I don't know what to say.
Alright, we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
48 Talk is life.